Hello, welcome back to a Mentor Monday training. My name is Natasha Roberson. I am the COO here at Self-Made Hub, and I love, I talk to you guys about marketing because I absolutely love marketing and communication. Nurturing that stranger to a raving fan is my absolute passion. So today I want to talk to you guys about, we've talked about SMS and email marketing. We've talked about all those things. We talked about social media and all those things. But how do you actually build your marketing funnel, right? How do you they come to a landing page or they opt in, right? They have an opt-in, a lead magnet or what have you. But how do you build in your marketing strategy with email and SMS into that funnel? And that's where people they're so focused on creating this solid, amazing, value-driven lead magnet. And it's but what happens after? I love the what happens after. That's where my brain goes. I'm all right, this is going to go to them. It's going to do this. But what happens next? How do I continue to provide value, sell? Because I know what they need. I have the solution for them. But how do I get them to that point? Right? So that is all building in there. So welcome to the training and let's dive in. We've already talked about how important, but if you have not watched my past trainings on email and SMS, how important having that in your marketing strategy is. SMS is 98% open rate. Emails, if it's an opted-in hot list, you're looking at anywhere from 35 to 55% open rate. Some are higher, you guys. It really depends on your content at that point. But you're going to get a high open rate compared to social media, which still market every day on social media. But social media views, you're getting about 6 to 10% of your followers, friends actually see your content. So they get to determine who sees it. So email and SMS is so important, and it's amazing. So when you put it into your funnel, your marketing strategy of your funnel, it's really utilized to nurture the leads and drive conversions, right? How many of you have seen something and bought the first, immediately? You do that every time? No, right? Sometimes oh, that looks good. Not really sure I need it yet. But then you start getting emails or you start seeing ads pop up in your social media and you're like, oh my gosh, I need it now. It's because they nurtured you. It really does. It literally is what is the strategy from the moment they see whatever you're showing to the conversion? It's that gap that most people have. I want to help fill that gap for you today. So, the funnel, right? When I say a funnel, there's complicated funnels and there's simple. I like simple. Simple's my word. That's the only thing I do is simple. So, when it comes to that, let's just talk about the funnel, just a simple one. Okay. So you opted in for a checklist. Just say, okay, checklist. You opted in, you're like, yes, it's a travel checklist. I like what to pack. Cool. You opted in, name, email, phone number. Let's just say you did all those 3 things, okay? And then you hit submit. What happened next? They probably sent you an email with the checklist. Okay. They might have, since you gave them your phone number, they might have sent you a text message saying, hey, thanks for opting in. Your checklist is waiting for you over in your email. If you don't see it in your inbox, check the spam. That's step 1, right? That's the first start. It's like that. Thank you. It's delivering what they opted in for. Now, next is what's the customer journey of that opt-in that you want to take them on, right? And here's the thing. It's email, SMS, there's different stages in what you're going to do depending on what the product is that you gave, right? The value you gave, whether it was an ebook, a checklist, whatever, right? So going back to the checklist of packing for a trip, obviously they want that checklist because they're about to go on a trip. Now it's pretty fun because now you can be sending them an email, let's just say, hey, SMS, an SMS that literally is oh my gosh, so excited. Where are you going? And they say, right? It's automated, you guys, it's automated. This isn't a manual process. We automate these things. If you are not automating your marketing, come on, join us because that's what you need. automation gives you time freedom. Automation gives you conversions that are in your sleep. Okay. Okay. So you really want to take that marketing strategy, the SMS and email, like what you're going to, the conversion plan, and go through the buying process. Like, what are the things that it's going to take them? You know, you want them to purchase X. What are the truths that they have to realize to get to X and buy? Like, what are those obstacles? What are the solutions that are just like life-changing? They must have this. Those are things you want to put in to your strategy of when you're like, this email, we're going to talk about this obstacle and this pain point, and this SMS, I want to talk about this point, right? Providing value. And then this email, I want to talk about this pain point and how the solution is on the other side of this, right? It's a matter of what is going to hook them to go, I need this right now. Like, they don't even need the rest of it, right? They're just like, nope, I need this now. And so if they need this now, they're going to hit buy. If they don't, they're still not fully convinced what is the next steps, right? And this is all planned out prior to launching a lead magnet, prior to launching a funnel, prior to launching a opt-in for this webinar and things like that. You plan this out because once you launch it, what's really cool is you have all these emails and SMSs that are going out to nurture and close them. And you're like, man, they're getting here, but they're not closing. Then you probably now, not probably, you have some analytics. Now you can go make adjustments to get results. Before, you're probably just making adjustments and not even knowing what the problem is. Like, where does the problem lie? Well, if there's an email that isn't getting open, it's probably your subject line. We can change the subject line. The subject, the matter inside of it's probably killer. That subject line is just not getting opened. Let's adjust that one thing, not all the things, one thing, and see if our numbers go back up, right? So without having a platform, an all-in-one platform that gives you all the analytics, like, how do you know what to adjust? You're just adjusting, and you're literally going to be adjusting and adjusting it. And it's just going to be luck that you adjusted the right thing. It's really crazy that people still do it that way. But you want to, in your campaign, you also want to bring a lot of brand awareness, right? You want to nurture those leads. You want to encourage conversations, and you want to foster that loyalty and retention. Like, so let's just say, they bought your product, right? So we got them in the lead magnet, we converted them. Now they bought. This now is the next marketing funnel. They just bought. What's the customer journey you want to take them on so you retain them? You might upsell them to some more products that you offer, right? So it doesn't end once they buy. That's like the next start of the next funnel, the next marketing campaign. It's that nurturing, nurture, right? Value, value, value. You hear it all the time, but are you doing it? I tell you what, I was providing value, but I wasn't converting because I had crappy call to actions. But I wouldn't have known that if I didn't have some analytics and realizing they're opening it, but nothing's happening. Well, why is nothing happening? Well, I didn't tell them what to do, right? That's a whole nother thing. But here's the different stages, right? Awareness stage. When you're thinking about your marketing, you want them to become awareness. How do you use email and SMS to introduce your brand to your potential customers? Share valuable content, resources, encourage them to learn more about your products and services. Give them maybe a training like this, right? This is providing value. Awareness stage of who they are, what you have to offer, and how it can solve their problems. The next stage is consideration stage. This is where you discuss the strategies, providing more targeted, personalized content to them, right? So the consideration stage is like, okay, they're close. They know they need what you have, but how do we get them even closer to that purchase, right? This is going to be where you have more product recommendations, you have testimonials, you have offers, right? So that consideration stage, it's awareness to consideration to retention. Retention is where you already have existing customers. You want to gather feedback. You want to offer ongoing support. You want to give incentives, encourage repeat purchases, and brand loyalty. So you really have you have these four stages: awareness, consideration, conversion, and retention, right? Those are your 4 stages. So as you're doing your marketing, right, you have your your lead magnet. That's awareness. Now you're into that consideration stage. You're sharing all the things, testimonials, you're giving all the reasons they need it. You convert them into the third stage, and then you retain them. So there's 4 stages: awareness, consideration, conversion, and retention. Most of you are in awareness and conversion. You're focused on awareness and conversion. You're not doing the consideration, and you're definitely not doing the retention. I have bought things from people over and over and over, like so many people, so many different people. The retention is missing. How much, like, I continue to go back to the same dealership I've purchased vehicles for. And mind you, you don't purchase vehicles every single year, right? I go back to the same dealership, to the same dealer. Why? Because he has become a master at retention stage. When I go in for a service, he is paying attention to that list of the service. If his clients are on there, he's coming, hey, how's things going? How's the kids? Relationship. He's doing it in person. He also is doing texts. He'll send a text out on birthdays. He has the kids' birthdays in there, right? Now he's old school. He's doing it all manually. I keep telling him, I'm like, Ed, you need to automate this. And I would still be just as appreciative if I was getting an automated text saying from that, because I'm like, oh my gosh, he cared enough to get this set up. Right? So here's some tips for integrating email and SMS into your marketing. So get really consistent with your messaging. Like, you seriously, it is so important to maintain consistent messaging across email and SMS. Here's why. It provides that communication gap. It fills that communication gap, and it gives you loyalty. It's brand loyalty. It is absolutely brand loyalty. Segmenting and personalization. Here's the deal. If you send me text messages about a Ford and I'm a Cadillac owner, I'm gonna be like, opt out. You need to have personalization. You have to segment your list so you are targeting and marketing to the right people about the right stuff. Okay. Absolutely. Automate. I cannot stress this enough. Automate, 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 automate. You want to automate your tools. Here's why. It streamlines your email. It streamlines your SMS marketing. It actually gets you set up to not have gaps in your retention, your follow-up. Like, there will be no failure in your follow-up, right? I hear it all the time. The fortunes in the follow-up. And I then say the failures in the lack of follow-up. Because nobody follows up. Nobody does this retention piece. I want you to really get good at this. I want you to master it, and you'll never have to be in a situation where you're constantly having to go get new. You're retaining clients and getting some new clients. You're not like, I just got 100 new clients last month. I only retained 5 of them. I got to go get 95 plus 5 to get back to that 100 this month. How about we go, I just got 100 new customers this month. I retained 85 of them. Oh my gosh. All right. Now this month, if I go get 100 new customers, I'm going to now have 185 customers, and I'm going to then lose maybe 15 of them. And now I'm going to be, oh my gosh, I'm at 170. And if I go get 100 more clients the following month, now I'm at, 270, and I lose 15 of them. Oh my gosh. How many of you guys want those results? Not the 100, lose 95 of them, 100, lose 95. No, we don't want that anymore, right? We don't want that. We want to automate it. We want to have the journey, the customer journey, the experience all laid out for them to never want to go anywhere, and for them to be raving fans of you to all of their networks. Then you test and optimize. When you have things set up in tech, in digital, and an all-in-one platform like the Self-Made Hub, you can see numbers. You can see what's getting open, what's not getting open, and you can start to analyze what is wrong with this email. What is wrong with this text? Why didn't they take action on this text? Like, I literally have this call to action. Maybe the call to action is not speaking to the person the segment that you're sending it to. That's easy to fix, right? You want to be able to see those click-through rates. You want to be able to see those conversion rates. You want to be able to make adjustments and improve your performance. We all want that, right? So let me summarize this real quick, because these trainings are like, these aren't like webinars, like these aren't in depth, but they are enough to give you a bite size of you going, I need this, I got enough. All right, let's take action, right? So you really, the importance of email and SMS, I can't stress it enough, you guys. If you're not doing it, like, are you really running a business? Like, are you really serious about your scaling and your retention rates? Are you really serious? Like, or are you okay just being a hamster on a hamster wheel, or the person banging their head against the wall because what they're doing is working, but then doesn't work. And it's just like constant, right? I want better for you. And that's the whole reason we created the Self-Made Hub, was because we went through what you're going through and we banged our head against the wall and we said, there is a better way. We just don't know how to do it. And nobody was providing the solution in a manner like we do, in a sense of, here's your all-in-one platform. Let us mentor and coach you. You're not doing this alone. You don't have to do this alone. And hey, by the way, we have tech support 24/7 too. So when you get stuck on your tech because you're not techie, we got you. We got you. So I want to encourage you to start implementing these strategies into your business. Start small and grow it, scale it, duplicate it, and truly get the results you deserve and the time freedom that, if you don't have these things in place, you don't have time freedom. You are literally cranking out 15 to 20-hour days. Okay. I don't want that for you. I want you to have a life, and I want you to have a great life. And I want you to convert while you're sleeping. I want you to convert and retain while you're out on the beach with your family, while you're in a meeting with another client and you get another conversion. Why? Because you have this email and SMS marketing in your funnel set up to do it. You've done it. You created it. You built it, but it does it for you. So thank you so much for being on today's training. I hope this was useful. I cannot wait to hear the stories of how you implemented this into your business and how you take what you implement and scale that, optimize it, and crush your goals. So with that, have an incredible freaking day. And I can't wait to see you into the challenge. If you have not started our Self-Made Hub challenge, what are you waiting for? Go to self-made.biz/challenge. Get started today and let us guide you, support you, and cheer you on as you win every single day in your business.